I am here today to encourage the council and the community as a whole to support and join in an exciting new community building initiative called CommonPlace Falls Church. 2 years ago, my college roommate and I were worried about the decades-long decline in American community engagement, yet we were excited about the connecting potentials of the internet. So we started a quest to build a web platform that could bring you closer to your real place-based community, that instead of connecting you to existing quote-unquote friends all around the world, like one certain website, it would be a platform that connected you to your neighbors and community organizations and civic leaders right next to you. After 2 years of studying place-based web attempts, we developed the CommonPlace web platform and now have set up a CommonPlace for Falls Church online. It's www.fallschurch.ourcommonplace.com. It is a CommonPlace online for residents of Falls Church to connect and share information. On Falls Church's CommonPlace, people can post needs, announcements, invitations, and offers to their neighbors. Can I borrow a ladder? Anyone seen my cat Fluffy? I'm selling that tickets. When is the next block party? On Falls Church's CommonPlace, everyone can post and view upcoming events. And on Falls Church's CommonPlace, local civic organizations, city services, and businesses can post announcements to the whole community, such as there's a new Creative Cauldron event, trash pickup rules for January, or League of Women Voters November newsletter. To make this civic tool work, we are organizing Falls Church onto the network through 2 strands. The first is to get as many residents of Falls Church signed on with the platform and thus receiving the civic information. And the second strand is to get as many civic content providers, like the city as a whole, like Creative Cauldron, the schools, the library, the Chamber of Commerce, to start community feeds on the platform to send out announcements and events. So I ask of you, as 5 leaders in our town, from the neighborhood recruiting end, please individually and in your role as our city council, encourage Falls Churchians to sign up for the site at fallschurch.ourcommonplace.com. And by doing that, they put a civic mailbox on their email inbox to receive civic information. From the civic information end, we would love to have the city council, community center, library, city manager, recycling, schools, whatever information the city is sending out to be streamed through CommonPlace. And I leave you with 3 things. First, I leave you with the flyers we are dropping at every neighbor's door in Falls Church, and I will drop that with you. And I also leave you as a gift 4 commemorative limited edition Falls Church CommonPlace posters. Do you know your neighbors? The more aggressive, are you a good neighbor? Ever lost a cat and need to borrow a ladder? Those will be to you. And finally, I leave you with a hope. In the end of Bowling Alone, Robert Putnam's book on the decline of community engagement in America, he states that we must not just turn to old ways of connecting as a means to revitalize local community in America. We must also develop new access points to community engagement, and Falls Church's CommonPlace might just be that. So this is a hope that if together as a community we can trust in this new civic tool, if we can get civic leaders, organizations, and municipal services sending information through it, if we can get a sizable portion of this town signed up, if we can carve out a portion of the internet that has the goal of not just looking at a screen all day, but rather getting out and connecting with real people, if we can get neighbors helping and sharing and meeting in person, then Falls Church residents might just be that much more connected. Our little city's public life might just be that much more vibrant, and the glorious dream of community America might just live to see another generation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Put out documentation for the city community to review prior to the meeting, and are we going to have a capability for them to submit questions via either email or Facebook or however? CommonPlace would be a great place. Some place like that to be able to solicit those questions so we hear what the community is talking about.